Dude, I haven't been on smell since I moved to town in 2013. I don't know what happened.
He
so when you moved here, it just went away?
It just went away.
He says he only can smell two things, and that's weed and pussy.
Oh, yeah?
That's it. And I only get one of those. So.
That's pretty good.
Grab the KY and get yourself ready. You got some sliding to do. Hanging out with TL and the boys. Maybe some critters too. So get your phone and get on the gram. You know where to find the man. Slide into the DMs. Girls on your mind. Slide into the DMs. Well, baby, take your time. Slide, slip it on in. Here we go again. DM Monday.
Welcome back to episode 37 of the DM Monday podcast. We got Trey Bonner. Mitch is absent today. He's in Texas.
Driving a Tesla.
Yeah, driving a Tesla, filming some content for Big Superstar. But today's guest is Sam Grow. What's up, dog?
What's up, man?
How you been?
Good. That might be the greatest theme song of all time.
You like that? That's
Honestly.
Ben Miller wrote that, and that's Cody Parks singing.
Strong.
Yeah.
That's strong.
I love it. He wrote the jingle in like, I don't know, 30 minutes in the van.
And then Cody sang it in what, one take or something, he
Yeah,
said?
like 2 takes or something.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, what you been up to, dude? This is our actually first time to ever meet each other.
Yeah. We actually have only ever DM'd, ironically.
But I've listened to your music since 2017.
Thanks, bro.
I'll Take the Blame. That was
Thanks,
my
man.
jam right
I
there.
appreciate it,
Yeah,
dude.
that was before I even moved to Nashville.
And I was at one of the COVID shows that you did with Sarah in New Hampshire.
That's right. Yeah. Her son was pretty boss at cornhole,
Yeah, he was.
you know. Yeah, man, just been making music. And
You said you
touring.
just got back from Muscle Shoals. What were you doing there?
Yeah, writing.
Yeah.
So the new record I've coming out, I've been going down there a ton and writing just to kind of catch some of the mojo. Here in town, it's just gotten hella LA-like.
Yeah.
So I like to try to be out in the cut.
Are you recording down there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to cut. I cut like a few here just to like get a few singles out. But
At
I'm going
Fame?
to cut. Yeah. I'm going to be cutting it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Who else has been? Rob's been doing a record down there. Rowdy Road.
Honestly, a lot of people keep going down there
Yeah.
now. Hopefully not too many people.
Do they have like a session band down there, or how does that work? You
Yeah,
bring
well,
guys, Nashville
honestly, a lot of
cats?
the Nashville guys
Yeah.
love to go down. I have a certain band that I like to work with, and they're cool to travel. So,
Yeah, have you watched the
Documentary?
documentary?
oh yeah,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, what is it like? It was somebody's dad from that's like in the Jason Isbell's band. Or was it Jason Isbell's dad like played bass there or something?
No shit.
I think. I don't know. I don't remember.
I can't remember either.
Yeah, or maybe it was like Adam Hood, not Adam Hood, but what's the other guy from the Drive-By Truckers? Something Hood.
Patterson?
No,
No?
Patterson Hood. Yeah, that's it.
Damn.
Maybe it was like his dad
Yeah.
or something.
You
I
can't
don't know.
cook, but you can remember names. Son.
Yeah, that's about it, dude. I can't cook
Bonner
anything.
knows music. Bonner just went to the 3-hour Taylor Swift show.
Dude, that's
Oh,
the
did
best
you? Was
thing
it
I ever
good?
did in my life.
I heard a lot of people.
I got
liked
there at 1:30 because like I was like worried about not getting in and missing the opener.
it. Yeah.
So I got there at like 1:30. Doors opened at 4:30, and the rest was history. She went on at 7:53 and went to 11:27.
He's a Swiftie through and
Die
through.
hard. I bought one ticket and I went alone.
Did you? No shit.
Dude, I was like, I can't afford another person to go.
You're like an artist's dream, man. Like when they can get down to that one ticket, and they're
Yeah.
like, no one's gonna buy that shit. And
Yeah.
then here you come.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like a huge Taylor Swift fan, so I don't really get it. But you know, like I don't hate against her or anything.
I don't either.
You know what I mean?
I'd love to have a lunch with her and just like learn.
Yeah.
She's smart as shit, man.
I mean, dude, just imagine she's had no childhood whatsoever. She's been at it since she was what, 12, 13?
yeah.
That's crazy.
I just feel like everything she does is like 10 steps ahead of everybody else.
Yeah.
It's
And
true.
Once you reach that level, I feel like a lot of artists don't use the tools that you can. And I feel like she utilizes everything she can. Like everything, the production, the marketing, everything she does is so well planned out. And I feel like she uses all of her resources really well.
I heard the show's like incredible.
It was awesome.
Yeah. So and didn't like one of them rained? It rained.
Sunday it did.
Yeah.
And it
but she
got
weren't at that
postponed.
one.
And I don't think they started till like 10:45.
Were you floor seats?
I was on the floor. I'll show
Holy
you.
shit.
My phone camera sucks, but I was literally like, I was very close.
Yeah, Kara went to my girlfriend, she went to the Sunday show, and it was like raining and like delayed. Oh my God, you were really close.
Dude.
Yeah,
Hell
so that was
yeah.
very close.
You could smell her from there.
I can't smell, dude.
I can't smell.
I haven't been able to smell since
He's like,
2013.
You were
like-
trying, though. He was trying.
He's like Dewey Cox. I have no sense of smell.
Dude, I haven't been able to smell since I moved to town in 2013. I don't know what happened.
He
So
says
when you moved here, it just went
It
away?
just went away.
he says he only can smell two things, and that's weed and pussy.
Oh, yeah?
That's it. And I only get one of those. So
Pretty good. You going out on the road and catching some of that?
He
not
ain't go on the
recently.
road much anymore with us. He's got a real job.
If you need somebody to go on the road, let me know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Dude, I'm always down. I bring you out.
everything is content.
That's right.
So man, what's been going on? You've been down there working on a record.
Yeah.
When's that coming out?
So we'll do the singles every 6 weeks kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then October, the whole thing will come out.
How many songs?
12.
Nice.
I can't do the double album shit.
I just did one that's 15 songs, but
Did
I
you?
don't know when it's going to come out.
Would you ever get down on the double album thing? Gives
I
me
think
fun.
at a certain point, it's like a little overkill. Like
it gives me anxiety,
Like, don't get
man.
me wrong. Like I love the new Morgan Wallen record, but like it's not like I love every all 36 songs.
Yeah.
There's probably like 10 or 12 that I really fuck with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Plus, man, just trying to.
And I would have rather got it like 12 and then maybe 12 more, like how Aldean did his double record.
Yeah.
You know what I
if you
mean?
give it a little
That was
space
cool.
in there. Yeah.
That was cool because those albums were like kind of the same, but kind of two different concepts. They were really cool. Like
Yeah.
the first double record I remember like really digging into was the Jamie Johnson, the guitar
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
You remember
Yeah,
that record?
yeah.
Dude, that record was fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did Jason Aldean do it?
He just did two different records. One was called Macon and the other one was called Georgia.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did they come out like close to each other?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like they were back to back. I don't feel like they were.
There was some breathing room.
There was some breathing room though, for
That's
sure.
cool.
I'm sure there was like a specific amount of time in between. But I mean, I think that's probably the best way to consume. I mean, I'll do singles every 6 weeks, but
Yeah.
and I guess technically if you kind of roll with that, I feel like a lot of people roll with that program now.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only way to do like I don't know. I mean, my song's 15. My album's going to be 15 songs, and then I'm going to roll some singles up that I put out last year, so it'll probably be like 20 total.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that the way to like, I guess the way to do it if you want to do like a big album is maybe take some of those singles that you put out, so it like cleans up your DSPs a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where so it's not like single. Oh, the record's somewhere in here,
Yeah.
Like I think like people want like when it comes to like Spotify or Apple Music, they want like that user friendly like okay, this is simple. You know
My
what I
thing
mean?
was if you got 36 songs, wouldn't it be more thought out if you just dropped a single for 36 weeks?
yeah.
Like,
or like what's the Russ's guy?
Yeah, Russ. Yeah.
He put out a song
For a whole year.
52 songs.
Yeah.
In a year.
And I mean, he's doing great. But there's such a good, I feel like it's a good consumption thing because, I mean, shit, like I love Brooks and Dunn. If Brooks and Dunn was like, we're going to put a single out every Friday, I'd be running to the damn Spotify.
Yeah, for sure.
To listen.
For sure. That's crazy, man.
How long have you lived? You've lived in town for a while now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this will be my 8th year. Yeah,
Nice.
but I live outside of town now. I've been in Manchester, Tennessee for the past 4 years.
Nice. I can't. Do you
I'm a
hate?
Bonnaroo, right?
Yeah. Do you hate Bonnaroo?
No, it doesn't bother me. I live back on, like in between, I'm in a holler, so
Nice.
17 acres. So when they all come to town, they're not anywhere near what I'm at,
Nice. That's
So,
good.
Yeah, although I did think about renting out my front yard because I'd make a shitload of money. The parking for Bonnaroo's and
Yeah,
stuff.
for like the day passes.
Yeah.
100%.
So where are you from? Maryland, right?
Born in Maryland, yeah.
So I did a little bit of research.
Yeah,
before you
yeah.
got here.
And he's
Nice.
got a little help on his arm to help you figure it out too. He's got the flag.
Oh yeah.
I just did I was in an interview with a guy from UK, and he asked me about my new single. He was like, "So your song Traffic Lights?" I was like, "Yeah, it's not called Traffic Lights. It's called Red Lights, man." He's like, "Oh yeah, same thing." I'm like,
yeah,
"Oh, I
same
don't know."
thing. I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the worst when
Yeah.
they, like when you go to do like a radio interview and like Brill sends this like sheet out for the radio stuff that has like all the questions to ask, like I can just go into, like pilot mode, like.
All I gotta do is click on the damn thing and just read the fucking.
Yeah. And they don't read it. And then it's just like, God, this is awkward.
Tell me about
terrible.
yourself. Yeah.
Like,
do you do the CRS stuff?
I did some. This year I got to go up into the Warner Suite. It was me, Austin Snell, and Grant Gilbert. He's another artist at River House. I signed at River House. And they played 2 of my songs, dude. And it was just like I had like that aha moment of like some of the radio programmers I'd already met just from going out and doing the independent thing and going to these stations. And like there was this one guy there from Denver, and he was like in the room, and he was like, I saw Trey play at Grizzly Rose. And like they were singing all the songs, not just one. So if you don't know who he is, like don't worry. And said that right in front of everybody. That's awesome. So it's like I just had that moment of where like, I don't know. I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like as an artist, I always question what I'm doing if it's the right thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Have you always like wanted the radio thing though? Like,
for sure.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, for sure.
Some people I've never been a guy that's like chased radio ever. Like, because I feel like for me, it was always Spotify, like Spotify 2014, 2015, when I was coming into like music, that was how I consumed it. So I only gave a shit about like getting on playlists.
Yeah, I mean, I love the radio. I mean, I always grew up listening to it, and I love it's a lot of politics and all that stuff, dude, for sure. But I don't know. There's just always something about, like CMT. I mean, CMT is not what it was when we were coming up. You know what I mean? But like, if I get a video on CMT, like my last song that just came out, it was in rotation on CMT, and like that's cool.
It's still cool.
You know what I mean? And
Mom's gonna love this.
I don't know. It's just something too, like hearing your song. Like I don't know. I listen to Sirius a lot, and it's like I'm driving down the road, and Matt McKinney's one of my best friends. He wrote that Part of It song by Jordan Davis.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'll hear that. And then I hear Priscilla on the radio. Yeah. And then, and then I'll hear somebody else. I'll hear Austin Snell on the radio. And it's like, damn, dude, I know all these people, now Ella's on the radio, it's like, I'll hear her song at random. I'm like, that's my friends. That's cool. know, it's just like things like that is like something that I want to like try as an artist, see if I can have a song on the radio. I want to play the Grand Ole Opry. You know what I mean? Like,
it's amazing, dude.
You know, there's just like things that I want to do. Do I have to have those things to feel successful in my career? Well, hell no.
That's all I ever wanted was
but
to play
I at least want to try. Yeah. You know what I mean? At least want to give it a shot.
Do you think the relevant, I don't want to get you in trouble because I know people probably watch this, but do you feel like the relevance of radio is still there, or is that just a personal thing? Like,
I feel like, yeah, and somewhat. I mean, the radio's cool to me because like you can have like this song that's like super viral on TikTok and like does really well in streaming, but when they send it to radio, it doesn't do really well. Right. You know what I mean? It's like if you take like a guy that like really sells tickets, puts asses in seats, you know, and then like has this song that goes viral, but then it doesn't really do well at radio. Does that mean he's unsuccessful? No. But but then there's other people like that didn't have a song go viral on the internet, signed a record deal, went to radio, and you know, kind of getting, you know, towards number one. So I don't know. I think it's cool. There's, you know, I guess it just like there's more than one way to crack an egg.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
But like for me, it's like I want to have a song on the radio because I feel like it speaks volumes to I don't know, just the people that felt like they were a loser, you know, and they couldn't because their daddy didn't pay for their college, and you know, they didn't have a 401k or whatever, you know, or a brand new truck to drive to their rights on Music Row, you know, that their dad bought for them. You know, that you can do things the unorthodox way is all I'm saying. Yeah. You know?
Well, you've definitely proved that to yourself already.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, dude, you got a platinum plaque hanging.
You're right.
That's massive.
Yeah. About dicks and penises.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shit, dude. But you'll be on your way to even more of those hanging too.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. You know, I always know, like, I always got to try, you know. Yeah. It's like
swing the bat.
Yeah, just swing the bat, and that's like everything I'm doing right now is everything I ever wanted to do. You know, it's just have a chance to have some skin in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
But so you're from Maryland. Enough about me. We didn't come here to talk about me, but I guess we got to get to know each other somehow. You know what I mean?
Legit.
But so you're from Maryland. When did you start playing music, as a kid or what?
Yeah, man, young. I knew I wanted to sing when
Your family played music
when I was
or anything?
5. They sang in church and stuff.
Okay, cool.
So like when I was 5, I sang for the first time, and the people clapped at the end, and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome!" And
Yeah.
then my dad, he was a regular at a bar when I was 13 or 14. He convinced the bartender to let me come in there and sing songs on Wednesday nights,
Like
for,
just you and your
for
guitar?
tips. Yeah.
Awesome.
And I had other friends that were, working at pizza places and stuff that weren't making nearly as much money as I was playing for tips.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed
Isn't it
what I
cool
was
when
doing.
your parents can come to the gig?
Yeah,
like
dude.
if you have a slow night, my dad used to do that. He got me my first gig, and at this it was a restaurant and it was downtown Birmingham, but it was like I had like this amp speaker that had like a microphone cable in it,
dude.
but it was like this Fender thing. It was like this acoustic thing.
Yeah, a little acoustic
It wasn't
amp.
even mine, but that was like my little PA. I didn't even know what a monitor was back then.
Yeah.
I didn't need one. I just strummed for 4 hours, but like. You know, after you do that for about a year, your friends kind of quit coming, you know, because it's like, do we want to go see Trey play a guitar that's barely in, you know what I mean? It's like, fuck that.
Yeah.
But like I would have a slow night, but my dad would always show up. And like if it was like not going good, you know, he'd like put $100 in my tip jar and be like, fuck yeah. You know what I mean?
Made it, man.
I made it. But
There's something, man. I think there's been a lot of times in like the climb, though, that I like to think back to that stuff. And COVID did that for me. Like when everything shut down and they weren't letting us play shows anymore, I toured the country and played in backyards.
oh, you did the bonfires tour.
Yeah, backyards and bonfires.
That's the one Bonner.
Yeah,
I was there.
Yeah.
And dude, it was so much fun to like get back to just me, a small PA system, and people that give a shit about. And the best part was,
were you playing covers? Or were you just playing all your
originals?
Well,
Yeah.
you've had a large catalog, so you could do that.
all originals, and it was all people who booked me based off of my songs. So, you know, when I first started out doing that, like playing private parties and shit, it was like covers. So then I got to go back through and kind of restart from the beginning, me and my guitar and a small PA, and play my stuff and like reconnect
Tell the
with people.
stories. And
Yeah, and I do it every single year.
That's awesome.
All through October and first week of November, I play 4 shows a week every week and tour the
at
country.
people's houses.
People's
Man,
houses.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's so much fun, dude.
Yeah, it's probably a lot less overhead too.
A ton, dude.
Sometimes-
and the other thing is you can go and do and see whatever the fuck you like. When you're
Yeah.
on a bus, you
don't
can't
get to do
yeah,
that.
You know, you're
Yeah.
just stuck. So
A lot less overhead, a lot less stress. You know, you can just go in and play these songs and, you know, not have to worry if you're like, wow, I'm actually going to make some money. I'm not just going to break even this weekend, you know?
or a promoter being like, "Hey, you've sold X amount pre-sale."
Yeah.
Let's, you know.
Let's move the
Yeah,
show.
yeah, exactly.
Let's move the show.
Yeah.
Let's put a different opener on. Trust me, I know, dude.
Dude.
It's like,
And
I feel like a lot of times, you know, people like in town, they're like, man, congrats on crushing it. You know what I mean? But we're not necessarily crushing it all the time. You know what I mean?
I wish there was more like
We're just out here fucking doing
trying,
it, baby.
dude. It's fucking
You know?
swinging, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I wish there was more like honesty in some of that too, you know, because I feel like a lot of people, they're like trying to come up. Only anybody ever wants to post is the damn highlights, you know. So like when people are trying to come up, they're like, well, shit, if I'm not selling out this place, then I should quit, you know.
Well, it's like you know, it's like you want to be real, but at the same time, you don't want to be like Debbie Downer. You know what I mean? Like, because at the same time, like, don't get me wrong, there's dark days, but at the same time, like, the big picture of things, like, I'm doing everything that I can to like further my career.
Yeah.
And it ain't for lack of trying. Just sometimes you just show up and it ain't. Like this past weekend, we played one of those mud bogs. You ever do that?
Dude.
And they gave me a razor to like drive around and talk to people. And I was like, y'all come to the concert tonight? And they're like, no. I'm not really into that. I was like, and then finally I just like pulled up to this one girl. I was like, do y'all know who Trey Lewis is? And they're like, no, never heard of him.
Shit.
But it's just like, damn, what am I even doing here? But then I played the show and, it was pretty good. It was a good time. And then, the whole next day I have messages in my inbox like, that was my first concert ever. Like, you were so awesome. Thank you for doing the meet and greet like after the show.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. So
there's beauty in the building, man.
Yeah.
And I just feel like a lot of times that gets lost in the mess of, people just trying to look cool for the gram or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Like, there's tons of, that's what I try to tell everybody, like any artist that I meet that's trying to like be on the come up. I'm like, man, it doesn't get any better than the beginning. So if you're not happy in the beginning, if you just magnify everything, you're still not going to be happy once everything's magnified.
Yeah.
You have to be happy and loving it when there's 3 people watching.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I think that some people just instantly get into business trying to get, I'm not shit until I have 3,000 people watching, which is tough. It's tough on them too.
Yeah. I mean, I never played music. For me, music was never like I got to get some pussy, or like I'm doing this for that, or whatever, or fame or glory. It was always, music's always kind of been a healing process for me.
Yeah, same.
I started playing music when I got sober, and I don't know, it just kind of changed my life. So it's kind of always been my way to cry, without crying.
Yeah, How many years have you been sober now?
June will be 16.
Hell yeah, dude. So
I just got
a tour with Demun Jones. I was a song with him, and he's been sober for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
And I've never toured with anybody who's been sober.
Yeah.
And dude, that's like 3 times the difficulty. I can imagine to try.
How was his tour? Was it still awesome?
No, dude.
Because I feel like our tour is still pretty insane, right?
Yeah, no, it was fun as hell. He's still just like has so much more fun. For me, like I'll have a drink and like I like to smoke cigars, so I'll have a cigar and have a drink or whatever. But like for him, his whole getting drunk is being out on the stage and being present. But I was just like, God, and there, even people kind of knowing his background are still like, hey, you want a shot? And I would just the whole time I'm watching that, I'm like, shit, that's got to be hard as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I understand what people are saying when they're trying to offer me a shot.
Yeah,
but like I don't think about it. You know what I mean? I'm not like, I got whiskey sitting right here. It's not like I look at that and be like, that would taste good. Like I could feel it running through my veins, or like whatever. I just like, it's just kind of like, I understand what you're trying to like do. You want to have a more than just this musical moment together, but that's not what it's going to be if I drink alcohol. Like the cops are going to come. It's not going to be good.
Yeah. I did get offered my first bump of cocaine on that tour though.
Your first one?
The first one.
You must not been to Red Door enough.
Dude, man, no. Like I've never been on a tour where someone just like, and the guy came up and he was like, hey man, you want a parting favor? I thought he was gonna like bust out a blunt, so I was like, hell yeah, bro, like let's go. And then he bust out this little fucking like thing with a shovel. And he was like, it's just a little cocaine, bro. I was like, dude, I'm not gonna go out like that in fucking Mountain Home, Arkansas. I'm not gonna,
y'all in Mountain Home? Were y'all at Oasis?
Yeah.
Dude, I love that place.
Yeah.
Fucking love that place.
So I was like,
Chef
dude,
Daryl, baby.
Yeah, I was like,
what's the guy's name?
Chef Daryl.
Chef Daryl.
I think we're going back soon, right?
We're going to Oasis too,
Missouri.
Same people though.
Yeah, same people.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Well, we didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no,
sorry.
No, it was good. But I was he just busted out his little cocaine shovel. He's like, you want a bump? And I was like, no, and he got pissed off.
You're like, yeah, I don't do all that.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I've never done coke in my life. I'm not gonna do it today. Like, I'm not gonna do it today.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe you've never been offered cocaine before. That's like a red door standard.
No shit.
You walk into Red Door and everybody's like, yeah, man, so-and-so's got that new song coming
Just
out.
sweating and shit.
Especially at like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
That's why they're all still in there like hiking, like running around.
It's like, yeah, y'all are all on coke and then y'all aren't cool. I'm out of here.
I've always stayed out of that kind of stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like, I think I got lucky when I came into town. I came in because I signed a publishing deal.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. How did all that go down?
So
So you're playing all those gigs as a kid.
Yeah, my bass player who had been playing music with me since I was 17. And he was a grown ass man then. He was late 40s when and he was just like, Sam, we can only do so much of this circuit. So he got down and just emailed every single producer in Nashville and was sending them
Michael Knox,
songs. Yeah, everybody. And then Matt McClure, who produced Lee Brice and Kyle Jacobs, heard the music. And Matt was like, hey, if you ever come into town, we'll come see you. So my bass player booked this shitty gig at the National Underground off Second when it was still there. And I played like a 12 o'clock spot on a Sunday or some weird day. And I texted, he was like, are you going to text Matt and tell him to come? And I was like, no, he's not going to come to this shit. And he was like, dude, just text. So I literally sent off the text like, hey, I know you're not going to come to this gig, but we're playing. He came and then he was like, hey, can you stay a day? And I was like, sure. And he brought me over to Ole at the time, which is now Anthem. And he said, sing for him. I sang and they offered me a deal on the spot. And
you signed right then and there?
I didn't because Matt goes, hold on a second, let me take you somewhere else. Then he took me over to Curb. And then Curb offered me a deal. So then they got into a bidding war back and forth.
Bidding war, got what you wanted.
Yeah, and then just moved here. So I didn't have to do the like go to bar and try to like meet people and mingle to try to
go to Broadway.
I got super lucky, man. You know, and that's what brought me here. Was that.
And then you moved to town. You're like writing with like they're handling your calendar. You're writing with like
my first write was Steve Bogard and Jason Seaver. So and Kyle Jacobs, God rest his soul, like he was heading up all my like connections in town too, along with Ole. So dude, I was writing with just like Jimmy Erie.
Saw him today.
You know, just like a bunch of.
So here's a thing that's not often talked about, and I wonder if you ever like after you signed your pub deal, like within the first year, you're like, God, do I even know what the fuck I'm doing?
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
I still do that.
You're writing with all these like pro ass songwriters, and you're like, damn, did I really even earn this? You know what I mean?
I still feel like I haven't. And honestly, I feel like the day you wake up and feel like you know fucking everything, you should just quit. Because especially here.
Yeah, I'll have like a 2 or 3 week run where I feel like I'm really putting things together, you know, like in the songwriting era of my life. And then I'll go through like a few months where like, God, do I even know how to write a song? You know?
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, I think when you get in the like cycle of what we do, there's not a lot of living involved when you're just like working every day.
Tour here, do this, do
there's
that.
no seeing or living really. And it wasn't until I got a new manager 4 years ago, and I was kind of feeling like that, like shit, man, like I'm just going through the motion. And he was like, dude, you're not living any fucking life. Like, how are you gonna write real shit if you're not doing real shit? And so he kind of pulled me off the road and was like, go and live a little. You know?
So when you signed your pub deal, was it in hopes to sign with a major label or what? Never.
No. That's what got me in trouble, man. Honestly, from the beginning. So they wanted me to. I had my instantly right after that. I had a showcase not too long. I had four major record companies offered me deals, but I wasn't into the deals. Mainly because I had done everything for a living for 5 or 6 years before I got here. So I was like, well, I already make money. And then the records that I was having 100% of, you want to take 93% of, which was weird for me. And I just never had the desire to go to radio. I just wanted to make a living at music, you know? So, no, I did the thing. They all offered me deals. They all wanted me to fire my band. I didn't want to fire my band. Like, the whole shtick, nothing against them. It's just like, it's just what they do, you know? So then
I don't think I would ever get rid of my old stuff. If, you know, unless it's a good money. You know I mean?
Unless they were writing like something serious, you know?
Something serious. It's like a Cody Johnson or Luke Combs type of thing.
Like a really
Jelly roll situation.
You know what I mean? Jelly roll situation is a nice situation.
I don't know nothing about it, but I know it's got to be good.
Oh, yeah. But that's the thing. And then so once Ole and even like the booking agencies, I won't say their names or whatever, but like once they figured out that it was never my goal to like sign major and do all that, they were kind of like, oh, well,
Yeah.
you know, we're kind of out. And luckily, I just kept doing what I wanted to do. And then Colt Ford over at Average Joe's, they were putting out a record the same time that I was putting out an EP. And I ended up outselling that record because they were tracking it. Yeah. And then Colt invited me out to a show and was like, hey, you know, if you're only interested in streaming, that's what we do. If you're interested in owning half your master, that's what we do. So if you want to come over here, we'll just help you pay for everything. You know? And that's my deal, basically. It's like the minute
you're Average Joe's now?
Yeah. The minute they spend $1, they pay in 50 cents and I'm paying 50 cents. But I'm not paying
Brian Martin on the podcast.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And I've spent some time with him. He's a good dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I haven't really got to like hang with him, but dude, I mean,
we used to talk a lot on TikTok before we moved to town, you know, like during COVID, just text back and forth, whatever. I thought he was this other guy that I met on TikTok. They had like a similar name, but then I was like, because like I ran into him a couple times and I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know about this guy. But then once I realized who he was, I was like, oh shit, never mind, my bad. And I just straight up called him and told him. But you know, but he was struggling there for a minute, like finding gigs and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And then he just finally said, like, don't call him anymore, don't ask, don't do it. He's like, I'm gonna do this shit myself. And then he had We Ride and a couple other songs kind of blow up on the internet and stuff. Yeah. And now that dude's crushing it.
Yeah, man. You know? Which I think he has 4 kids. So
yeah.
You know, and he was in the oil field forever and blue collar.
I mean, he's the real deal, dude.
Yeah, so he's like, I mean, anybody can win. You got to cheer for that. You know, I hope he makes it.
And that's the kind of story that I love. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got some great songs out there.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. And he put some riders on that were not like his co-writer Vernon is on We Ride. Yeah, that guy he's a drummer. Like he was playing drum, and then just. Brian wanted to sit down and collab, and then that song pops off, and now Vernon's a songwriter.
Now, so you got a pub deal now?
I don't know. He should. If he doesn't, he should.
Is your publishing at Average Joe's too?
No. I'm signed to Deluge.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and that was a cool situation too. David, who owns Deluge, he called and asked me to be a writer over there, and I wasn't really interested again in like giving up publishing. Yeah. But he was like, what would make you want to give up publishing? And I was like, if I could sign other people. Yeah. So he signed me as a writer on the condition that he let me open my own publishing company. So
that's cool.
So he did that, and he gave me funding to sign other people. So
that's awesome.
Now I have a pub company and can sign writers.
That's badass. Have you signed anybody yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had Danny Orton for a while, who wrote Stand for Rascal Flatts.
Yeah, I remember that song.
Then I have this other up and comer girl. Her name's Alexandria Korn. Okay. Dope songwriter, but just up and coming. And I'm getting ready to sign somebody else that that I'm not allowed to say yet.
Damn.
Yeah, but you know
who is it? We can edit it out. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah. That's awesome, dude. Yeah. Damn, what are we gonna talk about now?
We love Megan. You used to work with Megan, right?
Oh, dude,
Megan's the best. Megan, dude. We love Megan. Megan, if you watch us, we love you.
She's the best, dude. And when she left Average Joe's, I literally cried. Yeah, like she
just genuinely cares so much.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, shit. So Ella's my roommate.
Oh yeah,
and Ella has a dog, so Megan's always the dog sitter when we're on the road. And can't take care of.
Dude, Ella's fucking killing it too, and Megan,
dude, she's crushing it. It's really cool to see somebody. I mean, me and Ella, she moved to town like 6 months after me, and just to watch her like grow into the songwriter and the artist and everything that she is compared to where she was 4 years ago. But it's like I knew it all along, you know. I hate to be that guy saying that, but like I did. I knew that she was. We used to give her shit about one of the first songs she ever put out. Yeah. But I used to always tell her, be like, dude, you're going to have so many hits. Don't even worry. And now she's like.
She seems like she's extremely comfortable in who she is, too, man. Like,
yeah, she don't give a fuck.
Yeah, which is awesome. Yeah. You know, most of the time, because she's super young, too, isn't she? Yeah. Like, when you're that young, you're in this town, most of the time, people, like, grip their claws into you and kind of try to morph you into whatever the hell they want you to be, which it just doesn't seem like that works. Like,
yeah, she's real good at not caring about what other people are doing. Which is like, I tell her all the time, like, it's like that's a big deal when you can not worry about what other people are doing and just do what you do. That's that's the secret to all this.
Hell yeah.
You know?
And it's fucking badass. She's got Megan in her corner too. Megan
just genuinely cares, and that's what's
she's
important.
a beast. Yeah.
And she's so attentive to detail. It's just amazing.
Yeah, she's got a good team over there.
Hell yeah.
So you got this record coming out.
Yeah.
And damn, I lost my train of thought.
What do you do for fun?
Yeah, what are you doing these days?
What are we doing in Manchester? What do you do for fun?
I'm in Manchester. You can do a lot for fun.
Oh, are you married? You got kids or anything?
I'm married. I have a stepdaughter and I have a daughter.
Nice.
And that's when I'm not working. That's when I'm consuming my
Did I
time.
ever tell you about? Well, we just met, so I haven't told you about this, but I have this pro wrestler created in my head.
Oh yeah,
and his name would be the Stepdaddy. And he wear
what's his power? Like, what's the power move?
Well, he would wear Timberlands, like the sandy ones, the sandy colored ones. I don't know what you call that. The butters, yeah dude. With some jeans, some stone wash, like a wife beater with taco meat coming out of the top, like a curly Kenny Powers mullet, a gold chain.
The Stepdaddy.
And his punchline would be, "Yes, I am your real dad."
Just before he does a special move. What's the special move?
I don't know. Just I think something over the head on the slam.
Yeah, drop a comment on what the special move is.
Exactly, for real. What would be the Stepdaddy special move?
Yeah, so you have a daughter and a stepdaughter, and you have a little baby or what?
No, we are trying to.
You're cream pieing.
Yeah, we're trying.
Why'd you meet your wife?
Man, so I went through. I think a lot of musicians just go through real shitty relationships, and I just gotten out of one, and was just in that lull of fuck this. I'm just gonna be a musician on the road now, I guess.
Yeah,
and in the midst of all that and me wanting to do that, I got a DM. And she sent me a message and said, "Hey,
slide into the DMs."
Yeah. She said, God told me to pray for you, so I've been praying for you."
Damn, that's a good one. I'm going to steal the hell out of that, baby.
Yeah. And so I wrote her back, and we just became close friends and started dating, and super quick, man. But I knew the minute that I kissed her, I knew she was my wife.
That's awesome.
It's super. A lot of people say, oh, when you know, and I used to think that was bullshit for a long time, but it really is the truth. And this is my pop-pop's ring, and my pop used to say that to me. He was married to my Mimi for 64 years, and that was his thing. He was like, when I saw your grandmother, I knew that was going to be the woman I married. And they flirted all the way up to when my grandmother passed away. She passed away first, and 1 year to the date, my pop-pop passed away same day. Damn. 1 year later. So I always thought that, but I always thought it was bullshit. But I found
Turns out it's real.
Yeah,
that's
man.
Awesome.
Where did y'all? So y'all just met on the?
Yeah, we started talking, and then of course it was during still kind of weird times, of touring times. 2021, and I just had time. So she lived in New Jersey, and I lived in Manchester. So right in the middle is Roanoke, Virginia. So we would just drive and meet in Roanoke,
get a hotel,
and hang and date, and get a hotel.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. And then that was it.
Is it ever hard from you from going to being this on the road all the time kind of guy to you're like, fuck, I'm married now?
No, man, no. I honestly, for me, I've always needed it's such chaos. It's such chaos out there. So to have some sort of grounding and peace.
Well, it's is it, at least with all this crazy shit I have going on, or doubt or something, at least I'm something to someone, and someone's something to me.
My wife's a badass too. She'll come out on the road, and when I did the Demun Jones tour, dude, that was 22 dates in 28 days.
Oh, wow.
So
that's some rock and roll tours.
We were playing fucking Mondays. I was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
But she came out for 2 weeks on that tour, helped me lug merch and sell T-shirts and do the whole thing. She's my best friend and teammate,
Yeah.
So with her it's been awesome. She'll also sit back and smoke a cigar with me too.
Hell yeah. So you did a song with Demun, you said?
Yeah. And it wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm on the phone.
You're good.
I thought it was me.
Yeah, I went and wrote with his producer, and I was just supposed to write the hook, and then thought that they'd get somebody else to sing the hook. Then they flew it into Demun, and he was like, "Man, who's singing the chorus?" And Jared told him, and he was like, "I'm just gonna keep that guy on." So even in like the original song, you can still, because it's still just stripped demo, you can hear my bracelets and shit clacking.
Oh wow,
in the microphone, and he kept it, put it out, and it's one of his top streaming songs. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, and then it just kind of, he had this tour, and he put out a pitch to have me like come out a little bit, and I was like, dude, I just shot him text. I was like, I'd love to come out on a couple dates. He's like, cool, man, I'll send you the schedule. And then he sent the schedule, and it was 22 days and 28 days. I was like, oh my God, bro. So we did it, and we went all over the country, and I had a really good time and met a lot of people. Is there any
other collabs that you've done that you really liked?
I mean, obviously I've done stuff with Colt, which has been fun. And then I wrote a song for Upchurch. I wrote a song for Adam Calhoun. So like that kind of world is pretty natural to like the average Joe's vibe. So written some of those.
Did you get to hang out with Upchurch?
Yeah. Well, I mean, kinda.
Yeah.
I was there and we were riding, and then like he was on the balcony smoking weed. So like I got to have a little bit of an exchange.
Dude, I love his YouTube channel.
Oh, dude,
I'm always
dude.
There's always some kind of drama.
The drama's amazing.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, no, but
I just wonder like how much of that is like really real, and like how much he like. I feel like he's like really smart.
He's super smart. Super smart.
Get his fan base riled.
And at the time that we wrote, even, it was like a time where he'd figure out, because he always pays attention to like all the different social medias and what works and what doesn't work. And that at that time he'd like taken his Instagram page off as like a public figure and switched it to private, because he was like, I get so many more requests and so much more engagement. And so we were writing and stuff, and he was just going like this. It was like hitting the accept button, but it was like a million freaking blue ads, and he was just sitting there like doing the whole thing. But he was always very in tune and smart then, long before any of the shit was figured out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he's probably got some.
If you were going to collab with an artist, like, if you could collab with an artist, dead or alive, who would it be?
Ronnie Dunn.
Ronnie Dunn?
Yeah.
That's a great answer.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. All day, every day.
Yeah.
What was yours, Trey?
I don't know. I really just don't know.
You got Eric Church, I think.
Like Eric Church. I'd love to do something with Jelly Roll, like current. That would be
fucking
cool.
Right, dude.
You know?
Have you met Jelly?
Dude, I did a show with Jelly right before, it was like last year.
It was the show in Georgia.
It was a mud bog. And like, dude, I've opened for a shit ton of people during my career. So like, if I'm an opener, I don't even talk to the guy unless they come talk to me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, you don't want to be a germ.
I don't want to be a germ at all.
Yeah.
You know, not even a bit. Like, I mean, I was on tour with Kid Rock this year, and I think maybe when we were on the road, I maybe have said 2 words to him.
No shit.
Know? Like, I mean, I've been out to his house, and I see him when I go out there to write with some of his artists. Him and Corey have a thing with Sony.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'll go out there and write with some of his artists sometimes, and I'll see him out there, but like, I don't like try to bother anybody, you know? And, but Jelly Roll that day went out of his way to speak to me twice.
That's awesome.
And like when I was up there, like on stage playing, he was side stage and he was singing the words to one of my songs. That's like, it's a highly streamed song, but it's not Dig Down in Dallas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when I opened for Brantley came out for Dig Down in Dallas, but like Jelly was like a side stage when I was playing Shut the Door.
You know what I mean?
Badass,
dude.
And then like he came up to me the second time. He was like, dude, you going to sing with me tonight? And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm down. And we sang Can't You See?
Dude, that's awesome.
And then when I got done, when I got off stage, he was like, I'm a big fan of that guy right there. And he started singing Single again, but he was singing the single like a middle finger part, and the whole crowd sang it back. And I was like, no matter what happens, even if that guy doesn't like me, like I will fucking kill somebody if I hear him talking shit about him.
He's infectious, man.
Yeah.
And I haven't gotten to hang with Jelly like as his current state, but we were signed when I was signed to Olay.
Yeah,
Olay absorbed his old publishing company.
Oh yeah,
so we do like these dinners and stuff. And first time I met Jelly, he came in, big tattooed guy. I'm a big tattooed guy. So he was like, we should be friends. And we just sat at the bar and drank. And, he always keeps in touch with, like, he'll just randomly find songs of mine and share them. And just super nice fucking guy.
Yeah.
If you can, I'm the same way. If you talk shit about him, I get pissed off. Oh, yeah?
Yeah. She was super sweet. And he, like, came in that day. That was, can't remember if that was the first time I met him or maybe it was after. I don't remember. But yeah, but he was cool. It was cool. Yeah.
How's Bunny?
She's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
She's the real deal. I mean, she's real. I mean, she's got her podcast is great. I listen to it all the time now. Like, and I tend to do that a lot. Like if I'm on like I remember Mcilwain and my old guitar player Terry used to listen to Theo Vaughn all the time, and like I would like watch some stuff, but like then I did like this Christmas special with him and like Chelsea Lynn, like during COVID, and like after that, ever since then, I've been a huge Theo Vaughn fan.
He's like, funny, dude.
He is so hilarious, dude.
I'd imagine like
his solo podcast. We were just watching one before you got here. Just so hilarious.
Yeah. He's one of those dudes that you can just talk normal and you laugh.
Yeah. That night at the Ryman when you did the comedy jam, I was like standing back there awkwardly by myself, and he just came up and said, "Hey man, what's up? I'm Theo." And I was like, "Man, he's so nice." Because like I was just standing back there trying to be out of everybody's way, because like I don't belong back there, and he was so nice. He just came up
he's
out
a nice
of nowhere.
dude. But Bunny, man, her podcast is just so great. She has some real interesting people on there, but she's just real as it gets. You know?
She's lived some real life.
Yeah, she doesn't like drink, or I don't know if I think she's all the way sober. Yeah. And, she's had some trauma and she's like open about it. So that was cool for me because I'm pretty open about that kind of stuff, too. So that was pretty cool. I talked about some shit on there that I probably wouldn't ever talk about again. But hey, it's on the internet. But dude, I still get messages. People will send me these big, long, elaborate messages like, "I appreciate you being so open on Bunny's podcast. I don't know you, but like, here's my story," like blah, 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 blah.
It's until you share your own truth, man, that you realize you're not alone in it.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
What was it? What is it like doing like the 22 days on the road versus the normal weekend warrior stuff?
Oh, shit, dude.
I can't imagine. It's hard on your voice and your body and everything.
Yeah. I mean, aside from just like the actual performance of every day, just like the grind of constant shows, like,
you get super tired of your set doing that.
Yeah, but you get real good at it by the end. Like
it's like muscle memory.
Like you end up knowing exactly what your banter is in between every damn song, and you know what joke's gonna work and what's not.
We're kind of getting to the point now where like I got pretty much a whole new band at this point. But we're like, we've been kind of changing our set as the new record's coming out and like taking some old stuff and like, but we played that old set for what, like 2 years, Mcilwain? So it's like, I don't love the new set yet, but I know eventually I'm going to get to a point to where like
super comfortable.
I'm super comfortable with it.
Are you tied in pretty much to the ears and the click? Like,
Yeah, we're doing all
Do you
that.
like, because you for a long time played none of that shit. Like you were free to just kind of stop in a song or do whatever you wanted to do. Did you struggle with like having to go from where you could just like switch up a set or change whatever you want to a place to where you're fucking locked in? Like there is no changing. People don't understand that either.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love the it's like a program of it all.
Structure.
You know what I mean? Like the structure. Versus like not being able to hear really good and blowing your voice out by the third song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Can't get this monitor any louder is what you're telling me. You can't put any reverb on this thing.
I nixed it to like give at least breaks in the playlist just because I felt like I was so robotic on a stage. It was just like next song.
I mean, we have, I'll turn around and look at the drummer and be like, "Hey, I'm fitting the talk right here." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like I always, that the guys joke about it, but they call it story time with Trey. When Mcilwain was playing drums, he would sit back there with his finger on the keyboard being like, "God, this motherfucker ain't never gonna shut up." But there's just little cues like when I say this word, this is when you're gonna start this song. Like, there's this one song where I'm like, I might talk for 5 minutes, but when I say Instagram, start the track. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's cool once you get it locked in with a band that they can read onto a word. Like,
yeah.
instantly.
Like when they kind of get to know you, what you're going to do on stage.
Yeah.
Like Mcilwain could tell you everything. It's probably that I'm going to screw up or, you know, where I'm going to be and everything. And I think when we got a new drummer now, but Mcilwain's kind of aided with that and helped, you know, like this is what Trey's going to do right here, you know?
Yeah, legit.
Yeah.
Man, getting new guys can be weird as shit too.
It has been weird. I won't,
and you got to spend a shit. That's the other thing too, is you spend so much time with them.
yeah.
You
I mean,
know?
I like the new crew. It's cool. I definitely miss the old guys a lot just because Terry was with me for 12 years or 11 years or something like that. We wrote a whole lot of nothing together. I mean,
Damn.
You know, and, you know, then my bass player, Mitch, you know, in the old band was with me. We were still playing covers together when he was filling in with us, you know. So, and then Mcilwain's been still lucky to have Mcilwain on as a crew member, you know. He knows the whole rundown, the whole stage. So it's definitely weird, you know. Sometimes I find myself being like, man, let's just go back to walking hard, Dewey. You know, like let's just go back to doing things the way we were doing it. But it's been a little bit of adjustment. But I don't know. The other night we played our first show where I was like, okay, cool, I can see this. Like
Starting to feel comfortable.
Yeah, starting to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different, but it's not bad. It's just different.
And you just signed a deal with River House, right?
River House, yeah.
How's that?
It's cool, man. It's really awesome. I mean, you know, I get to keep all my old stuff, so I own that, and you know, and we just put together a great record, and you know, we had like 6 song meetings where we went through all my catalog, all my outside songs with Rusty from Sony, Rusty, Big Tom, and then it was my manager Alex, and then people at River House, where we just sat around and listened to songs and picked the 15 best songs or whatever, you know what I mean? And I feel like this is going to be my best body of art that I've put out.
Hell yeah, man.
But does that mean anything? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it does.
I think I believe in the project, and I feel like the team believes in it. And, you know, it's like I said, when I went to that, when the CRS thing, Lance, the guy that does the radio stuff.
I love Lance, man. Yeah, he was talking good about you too. My manager Brad was in radio for like 30 years, so him and Lance are buddies. Yeah, we went out to watch around, and Grant was playing around. Yeah, so they were there, and Lance came over, and he was telling Brad, he was like, I can't wait for you to hear the new Trey stuff. He's so much more than Dick Down in Dallas. But
like Lance wore that Dick Down in Dallas hat the entire CRS week.
Did he?
You know, that's not a easy hat to wear. And all that, but he wore it proudly. Yeah. So like, if this, you know, I just remember telling myself, like, if this fails or doesn't go the way we want it to, I know that I was with the right people. You know what I mean? I know that I gave it everything I had. Yeah. And they did too. You know what I mean?
Well, dude, you got a ton of great songs in there, man. Like, I mean, that's how we ended up linking anyway. Yeah. Me sharing.
You shared one of my songs.
Yeah, dude, punched me in the fucking face. I was walking on the treadmill. I was like, damn.
I appreciate that, man.
Which one was it?
Whole Lot of Nothing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Terry wrote that song, I guess in 2018. And we didn't finish. All we had was There Was a Whole Lot of Nothing. We had the verses and then that. And then I moved to Nashville, and one day I was sitting around, I think I had a write cancel or something, and I wrote that chorus and I sent it to Terry. I said, what do you think about this? And he was like, I love it. And then we went and recorded it with Josh Bright down in Alabama.
Yeah.
And we put it out. And I mean, I always say that like nobody really listened to it, but at that time before Dick Down in Dallas, it was my highest streamed song. I think it had like 80,000 streams.
Yeah, dude. There isn't one fucking hole in that song. It is perfection.
I appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, dude, it is perfection.
And I mean, it's still, even to this day, one of the highest streamed songs that I have.
That's what I was going to tell you too, man. Like, I know sometimes social media and stuff can be like a disease to artists where they think that everything's got to pop instantly. But just, you know, the 15 songs you're putting out, no matter what, even if they don't pop instantly, they will pop.
Give them time
they
to grow.
will pop.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like after Dick Down in Dallas, I mean, all those songs that I put out a full album in 2013, you know, I put up like 6 singles after that. Like, all that stuff was like a good check. You know what I mean? Like, everything builds off the next.
Yeah.
And I'm a firm believer of that.
I was reading some stat that like TikTok was doing where they were like, 64% of listeners, they aren't going back to Spotify to listen to the song that is viral. Yeah. They're going to the back catalog. So 64% of people who are finding you on social media are going to back catalog,
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Like I've had I did like some voice memos during COVID and put those out. Those are some
fire, though.
highest stream songs.
Fucking right, dude.
That's crazy how all that works, man.
Why not? I mean,
I feel like, like this music we put out, like at a certain point, it's just our legacy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you got kids and a wife. Like, I wonder where Dad was in 2017. Oh, cool. I can go listen to this song. That's where his mind was at there when he was this age.
He was a giant piece of shit, right in the blame.
Like after my dad passed away, I went back and watched all The Sopranos because that was like his favorite show. Yeah. And
I'm sorry to hear about your dad.
Oh, it's all good.
When did you lose him?
Been 10 years now.
I lost mine in 2018.
Yeah. Dead Dad Club.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Legit.
We got another one.
What a shitty club.
Yeah. How did your dad pass away?
Heart attack.
Mine too, dude.
No shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that was tough. It was a tough call. Did you get the call?
No. I got the call. But, and the worst part was it was my sister, and he passed at her house.
Damn.
Yeah. But wild story, man. Technically, you're not supposed to do this. When an EMS shows up on arrival and someone is passed, you're not supposed to move the body. You got to wait for a coroner before you can put them into the ambulance. I'd done a fundraiser for that fire department 2 weeks prior to my dad passing away, and my niece and nephew were there, and the chief goes, we can't let them think that he died here in front of those babies. So they moved his body. They worked on him like they were working on him and moved the body. So to this day, my niece and nephew don't know that my dad died in the house with them.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, man, that was
Yeah, my stepdad was doing CrossFit. So, I mean, my dad was doing CrossFit, not my stepdad, but my dad was,
Fuck, man.
And just like fell out. And I was driving back from the beach with my family. I was married at the time. And the guy that
been married?
Do what? Yeah, dude. I've been married and divorced.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Had a stepson and everything.
Damn.
But they called me and I tried to get to the hospital as fast as I could, but he was already gone. They said that he could have had that heart attack in the room and they would have been able to save him. So,
fuck.
But it was tough, man. Those were dark years.
No doubt, dude. Yeah. Especially, when
you lose your dad, like, it's like, okay, fuck, I gotta be the man now.
Yeah. Especially when, like, it sounds like you were tight with your dad. I was tight with mine too.
Oh, yeah.
We were buddies, like.
Got your first gig, got me my first gig.
Yeah. I mean, my dad and me, like, once, like, we were drinking buddies even before I was legal enough to be drinking buddies, So, like, that's just how he rolled with his old man. So that's how he was with me. So, man, it was rough, and it's like that first real close relationship that you realize that how tangible life is, like, this shit can be over with in a second.
Yeah, that shit's wild, man.
Hell yeah.
How is TikTok and social media? Have you gotten on?
I'm the kind of guy that people don't like when it comes to that, because I tried it, and for a while, dude, like, tried to be disciplined with it on posts and stuff, but I just didn't think that it was about. I didn't get into that to be a social media, guy. And I know that sometimes it works for different people and different artists, but for me, I was just like, I'm just going to invest into Spotify and just keep doing it. So I'm the guy that has 18,000 followers on TikTok, but I have 1.6 million monthly listeners on Spotify, and that's just because I attend all my attention to Spotify every 6 weeks, and then Spotify's got great shit that you can use to find more listeners, and so I do Marquee and I do Spotify Discovery, and that's been the game changer for me. So luckily, I can just like be natural on my Instagram and stuff. I don't have to push it. Because man, shit, I saw you the other night where, you were marking, you were like, fuck this shit when it comes to the shadow bans. And I'm like, dude, I got enough fucking anxiety and shit in my life. If I try to, I just can't take it. You handle it well. Other people can handle it well. But for me, like, if I'm too focused on so many things.
It's like, I don't know, for me, it's like, it's cool if you can get a little extra push from the social media, but like, don't get down if you can't, because like, it's not a, you know what I mean?
So you see people on there just get wrecked, if everything isn't viral or it starts to slow off.
Got to give it time to grow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I mean, the people are there, you know what I mean? You just got to keep putting it out and keep pushing on, dude.
Hell yeah.
Well, dude, I appreciate you coming on the podcast.
Dude, thank you for having me.
It's been fun, dude.
Do you have any crazy DMs?
Yeah, you got any crazy DMs other than you met your wife through the DMs?
No, my DMs are normally not crazy. Sometimes I get random people that'll ask me to write like specific songs. Like I had a dude DM me the other day and asked me if I could write a song for him. And I said, sure, man, what are you looking for? And he's like, could you write a song about Mother's Day, and if you don't like your mother, can you write songs about Father's Day? So I get some weird shit like that, dude. Like, will you write songs about Mother's Day?
Do I look like I hate my mom or something?
Dude,
Like,
he's like, well, if you don't like your mother, can you write Happy Father's Day?
Yeah.
So I get some weird shit like that.
Yeah, there was like a big like scam going on the internet. Like this guy would like DM somebody,
Pay you to write a song or whatever.
Yeah, and then they never pay you or something.
I think they like send the money and withdraw it, and after you send it back or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it happened to McKinney or somebody one time. Yeah.
Kenny got fucking.
I played a wedding one time and wrote a song for the bride and groom, and I mean it was terrible, but they paid me like a bunch of money to record it, and all this stuff.
Fucking right. Sometimes, man, you can get some things to work out, and when it comes to music, it's not always having a fucking sing covers.
Yeah, we used to. Hey, did you ever play weddings?
Oh fuck yeah, I still play weddings.
Do you?
Yeah,
but like not as an artist.
No, as an artist. Yeah, as an artist.
See, I used to play them not as an artist.
Oh, I mean, I've done that too. Like, I've done the wedding things. They pay out the ass. They pay better as an artist.
Yeah, but it's like not.
Have you had to do one as an artist yet?
Oh, no.
Dude, it'd be amazing.
I've had a couple of people ask, but they couldn't pay what I was asking for.
Yeah, I just did one in LA. They paid dumb money and set up in like a nice venue.
Yeah.
They only wanted to hear my set, which was awesome. And my manager.
I think it'd be cool to go play a wedding and, somebody want to hear Dick Down in Dallas at their wedding.
Why wouldn't you, man?
Romance.
Yeah.
It's a happy song. It's, she comes back.
My 5th wedding anniversary, I'll have you come play Dick Down in Dallas.
Hell yeah.
I'm down.
I'll pay that fat ass check.
Yeah, I'm down. Hell, I might be pretty cheap by then. Who knows?
Hey, with 17 acres, we can really crank it out there.
Fucking right, dude. I'll build a big old stage out there.
Yeah.
Me and Mcilwain will come down, help build it. What you think, Mcilwain?
What do you do on your 17 acres? You hunt out there or what?
No, I fish. I have a pond out there.
You fish? Sweet,
love
dude.
to fish.
I didn't know you
fucking
fish.
rip lips, man.
I love to fish.
Yeah, me too. That's
my boat's in the shop right now. I'm getting all new electronics put on it.
No shit.
But I take off on Mondays, so if you ever want to go fishing,
dude, I'd love to go fishing.
We'll go out to Old Hickory and fuck them up.
I'm not a hunter. I feed them fucking deer and I have people come out and shoot them. But
I'm not a hunter either.
I don't like getting up at that early. I don't like sitting and stand. I will go to sleep. I'm not gonna fucking drop anything. But I love to fish, dude. I'd love to go with you.
How big's your pond?
It's not massive. It's probably, I don't know, quarter mile long. And but I stocked it with bluegill and bass and all that. So it's fun as shit to fish in. It's kind of
you ever have you a little fish fry out there?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm getting all the electronics put on so I can go crappie fishing.
Oh, dude, crappie's fucking delicious.
You know, I love
That's
doing
good.
that.
That's good fish.
I hate cleaning fish, but if I clean them and then freeze them and eat them later, that's usually by the time I clean them, I don't want to eat them.
Yeah.
You know, but if I freeze it, it's all good.
Do you ever had whiting and stuff like that? You ever eaten whiting?
Yeah.
That's good fish too.
That's good stuff.
Eating crappie's my shit though.
If you could give a piece of advice to any singer songwriter upcoming, what would it be?
Don't quit.
Yeah.
The minute you won't make it, the minute you quit.
Just
If you
keep doing it.
If you keep going after it.
Yeah.
And if you can think of anything else, John Mayer said that too, and it's
Yeah.
the truth. If you can think of something else to do other than singing, that you probably should do that. But if all you can think about is singing, then that's what you're supposed to do.
That's right.
So
That's right.
do it and don't quit.
Do it. Don't quit.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll never forget going home for Thanksgiving. You know, both my brothers are lawyers and
Shit.
all that shit, you know. Oh, yeah, Trey's still doing that music thing. And, you know, now I'm doing real good.
That's
so,
right.
You know,
That's right.
it all worked out.
Yeah, man. I think we all have those stories. Like my daughter's mother, her parents, you know, when I was 20, when I found out I was going to have a kid, and they all wanted me to get a real job. And, you know, they were like, you'll never make money at music or anything like that. And, of course, there's CPAs and stuff like that. And
They're probably still paying student loans.
yeah.
And
legit.
you're probably debt free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like, you know, if you do it right, and that's the other thing, people don't understand, like, you don't have to be fucking massive to make a really good living in music.
Yeah.
They'll look at like the small stats and be like, Jesus, you know, 0.0031 cents. That's all you make on a stream. But it's like, yeah, well, if you get 100 million streams,
Multiply that,
then
baby.
you do okay.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like, and you own the master, you're doing good.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Yeah, but people don't understand, you know. But fuck it,
Yeah.
good. I hope they keep not understanding.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep trying to make money at it.
Yeah.
Do you still get that though? I still have people that are,
Oh, dude,
damn,
100%.
you're not doing a real job. I'm like, do you see like what we do?
Yeah, 100%, dude. I get it all the time. You know, it's like the minute if you meet somebody and you tell them what they do, I got to the point where like I won't even tell anybody what I do if I don't like know them. You know, even
Yeah.
like if I'm on the road and they see me with a guitar, they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I work for a guy that plays music," because I just don't want to have the conversation.
Yeah.
You know, because it always leads.
Yeah,
to
that's
that shit.
Trey Lewis. He sings Stick Down Dallas.
Yeah, yeah.
Tall tray, small tray.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
No, I agree, man. Yeah, that ain't it. Well, dude, thanks for being on the podcast, brother, and it's awesome to sit down with you.
Dude, thanks for having me, man.
So you got a couple more singles coming out, then
Yeah.
the record.
You got a new one coming out at the end of the month of May.
Sweet. What's it called?
Relapse.
Cools it up for pre-save or anything?
Yeah. So for
Cool. I
pre-sale.
don't know when this episode will be coming out. Well,
Probably the end of June, if not
well,
after
fuck.
that.
We'll be far
Yeah,
away
you-
then.
you
Will
might-
the
you
record
got
be
something
out
else
by
like
then?
That some bitch will be out, boy. Rocking.
Hell yeah, go get it.
I'll probably be on my next single by the time it comes out.
Okay,
too.
well, cool. Well, Sam Grove puts out music every 6 weeks, y'all. So go follow him, go listen to his music, and just comment on the shit that you saw him on the DM Monday podcast.
Thanks, dog.
So he doesn't feel like he wasted his time.
I don't feel like it was
I'm
my
just
time.
kidding, man.
Dude, I'm surprised me and Matt even fucking remembered this thing because
Yeah.
I was playing around and he came up and was like, "Hey, do you want to be
The
on
rusty nail.
Yeah, he was like, "Do you want to be on DM Monday?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah." And he was pretty mashed up.
Mcilwain gets mashed up.
So I watched him put it in the calendar, but dude, I didn't even fucking save it. I was like, "There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
He's not gonna remember
Yeah.
this shit." So I was driving Muscle Shoals to do the right today, and then he texted and was like, "Hey, bro, you still good?" And I was like, "Holy fuck!" Like I
He
can't
remembered.
believe he remembered this
Yeah.
happening.
So I told him on the elevator ride up, I was like, hey, I put that in Trey's calendar. So if it's in there, I was like, there's probably about 10 people that know about it.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Thank
It's
y'all
your
for watching
skedaddle.
the DM Monday podcast. Please rate, subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time.
All the songs about